I once met an elderly man named Pa Adisa in my hometown. He was a storyteller, known for his wisdom and deep understanding of our traditions. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky turned golden, he shared a story that stayed with me. He spoke of a young man named Chijioke, who was torn between the allure of modernity and the weight of his heritage. Chijioke was raised in a village where traditional values were the compass for life. His father, a humble farmer, instilled in him the importance of faith in the Creator and the wisdom passed down by their ancestors. When Chijioke moved to the city, he was captivated by the glitz and glamour of Western traditions. He fell in love with a woman named Adaeze, and their union was the talk of the town. But when it came time for their marriage, Adaeze insisted on a grand white wedding, saying it was the only way to prove their love. Chijioke's father, saddened but respectful, reminded him, "My son, we follow Christ, but we must not lose ourselves in the process. Our traditions are not chains, they are roots. Without them, you will drift like a leaf in the wind." Chijioke dismissed his father's words, thinking them outdated. The white wedding was splendid, photos in glossy magazines, guests in formal attire, but soon after, the cracks began to show. The financial strain of the extravagant ceremony lingered, and the relationship began to falter under the weight of unmet expectations. Pa Adisa paused and looked around at us, his audience. "You see," he said, "this story isn't just about Chijioke and Adaeze. It's about all of us. We are abandoning centuries of wisdom to adopt foreign traditions without questioning their impact." He continued, "I believe in the one true Creator who made the universe. I also believe that He sent His Son and our forefathers to guide us with a clear path. Yet today, we mock our fathers and disregard their teachings because we think modernity is superior. In doing so, we risk severing the spiritual inheritance of our children and their children." Pa Adisa's words lingered in the air as he delved deeper into the implications of our choices. "Are we truly following Christ," he asked, "when we insist on white weddings, court ceremonies, and the like? These traditions are not in the scriptures. If the goal of marriage is to foster love, trust, and faithfulness, why impose boundaries that only create resentment? A man who feels trapped is more likely to stray, just as a goat penned into a small yard will long for the grass beyond the fence." He shared examples from history in his own life, pointing out how communities that preserved their traditions thrived while maintaining their faith. The Jews, for instance, have held on to their heritage for millennia, even as Christianity emerged from their ancient past. Meanwhile, we Africans are discarding our roots, embracing practices that neither reflect our identity nor serve our well-being. "What is wrong with honoring Christ through our traditional marriages?" he asked. "Why burden men with extravagant weddings that often discourage them from marrying altogether? Look at the societies that introduced these customs to us. They lead the world in divorce rates, and now we are following in their footsteps." He smiled faintly and concluded, "I am not against love or monogamy. I chose to remain faithful to one woman my entire life. But that was my decision. Others may choose differently, and that's okay. What's important is that our choices reflect our values, not borrow traditions that don't suit us." That night, as I walked home under the stars, I thought about Pa Adisa's story and its relevance to our lives today. We are quick to reject our heritage, thinking it inferior, yet we fail to see the wisdom embedded in it. If we want strong families, meaningful marriages, and a legacy worth passing on, we must learn to balance faith, culture, and modern traditions. The next time you make a decision, remember Chijioke and Adaeze. Don't abandon your roots in the pursuit of what seems fashionable. True progress lies not in forgetting who we are but in honoring our past as we shape our future. And as Pa Adisa said, may God bless you as you ponder and reflect on this.